SkyWarn Weather with Chief Meteorologist Garry Frank.
Right now we've seen over the last couple of hours some activity on the radar, but it's really not reaching the ground for the most part. With the exception of this cell recently near Ocotillo, it is just to the east, right where the 8 sign, that's where Ocotillo is. We're talking about just to the west of Ocotillo is where that storm system is. And it is likely the only one on the map that is reaching the ground as far as rainfall. Everywhere else we're seeing this is just mostly an extra gust of winds or a false return on the radar. As we look towards Yuma, much of the same. We saw this cell with at least enough. When you see some of the reds right now, when it's very dry at the surface, we at least have a chance for that to reach the surface, but for the most part this is not. This is what it looks like outside. Just about 20 minutes ago this was taken, and this is fairly gray outside. Just not much in the way of anything. This was just outside the station. Here we go. Right now, just it looks ominous. You know, it looks like it's going to rain. But if you like some of these gray skies, you're really going to love this weekend because we've got a big switch in our weather. So throughout the rest of the evening, this is what you can expect. 55-degree dew point, 61. We picked up a little bit of moisture from some of those cells that are dying, but a 10% chance. Very isolated, and we're starting to cloud up, but it's still pretty warm outside at this hour. We're down to 106 as a result of some of these outflow from thunderstorms that really weren't amounting to anything, so falling apart just a little bit. 12 miles per hour in Mexicali, 20 now. So that storm from the south that fell apart really brought up the winds, and that will continue to do so over the next hour or two. Precision cast shows as we head towards Thursday and then even Friday, clouds will start to build in, as I mentioned, getting a lot grayer, a sign of things to come. 102 by noon, 108, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. Won't see much of that. We'll see an opportunity tomorrow for yet again an active day as far as isolated showers are concerned, much like we're seeing today. But for the most part, I think we're just going to stay cloudy. And the cloudier we are earlier, the less chance we have in the afternoon as far as some of those pop-up storms. Now, I mentioned the tropics. We're looking well to the south of Mexico. Wasn't quite as active yesterday, but it's really starting to get its act together. These are thunderstorms, and as we look at the National Hurricane Center, they have given us an 80% chance of development. They say by tonight or tomorrow morning, we could see a tropical depression. Now, where would that tropical depression end up? Right now, this is the warmest water, all the way up to the Sea of Cortez lining the coast of Mexico, 85, very conducive. Right now, it's an 80-degree water, which is great. These systems love warm water, but as we put this into motion towards Thursday and then into Friday, starting to get some of that cooler water involved, and then as we head towards Saturday, that's when it's going to fall apart. So if you're wondering, is a hurricane going to come here? Absolutely not. I don't think the storm gets past tropical storm criteria as it heads further north, but as it heads towards our area, it's still going to have plenty of moisture and somewhat organization, so we will get a lot of a chance of rainfall. Depending on the track, that's what we're looking at. Future pattern shows as it lines up just along the west side of the Baja California coast, it's either going to take 2 tracks further west of San Diego or right over us, the computer models. But bottom line, this weekend, humid, and then we're going to have a chance for rainfall, and a pretty good one at that. Here's what it looks like for your next 7 days. We'll start to cool down considerably as we cloud up. Saturday, 40% chance, up from 99 degrees. Then we're at 92 on Sunday with a 70% chance in Yuma and a 60% chance. Right now, Sunday looks to be the best day. Still, the system is a long way out. We're still keeping an eye on some of the models, and we'll have the latest throughout the rest of the evening and over the next several days. Meteorologist Tim Levine and myself will be tracking it as part of your monsoon team coverage, Jennifer.